Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last set of episodes, we reached the bottom of the Underdepths and found Terrapagos, the true treasure of Area Zero, and caught it. Now, let's go see Miss Blair. We have a few things left to do, because now we're in the DLC's postgame. Ooh, just before we see Blair, I can finally do that mystery. Can't do the mystery gift because we're in the building. Alright, gonna have to wait until we go into the terrarium. Hey Donnie, glad to see you. You're feeling rested and recovered after our big adventure down in the Underdepths? Yes. Oh, youth really is an invaluable thing. I still am feeling all wanged out despite having been back for a while now. But on to why I called you here. Since our return, I've been writing up everything we discovered on our expedition. Honestly, I've hardly slept. I obtained Gita's permission to turn it all into a book. Don't worry, I made sure to skip a few details and omit the names of those involved. So voila! A proof copy of the book, freshly delivered from my publisher just for you. Get a copy of Blair's book. Blair's book, a proof copy of the expedition notes covering the Area Zero's Underdepths, is filled with long paragraphs describing what happened along with Blair's thoughts. I believe I behaved recklessly in the Underdepths. I don't know what what would be done if you weren't, if it, why can I not read today? If it weren't for you. You truly deserve a copy of this book. I just hope it's as significant as an apology. Ah, but there's something else I needed to check with you. Would you mind showing me your Terra Orb, Donnie? I thought as much. It is behaving just like Kieran and Carbine's orbs. I think it might be because your orbs were directly exposed to the energy from Terrapagos. Kieran and Carbine said that ever since the Underdepths, they have been able to terrestrialize their Pokémon without charging their Terra Orbs. Actually, there's one more piece of news I should share with you related to those deepest depths. You know the terrarium core that hangs from the ceiling of the terrarium? Well, till now, I've been keeping it topped up with a mixture of Paldean soil and water from the crystal pool in Kitakami. That's how we've been able to stabilize the terrestrial phenomenon on our academy grounds. But the other day, I tried adding crystals, as I collected from the Underdepths to that mix, and it caused the properties of the core to change. The result? Pokemon in shining rainbow colors have started appearing all over the terrarium, and they have the stellar Terra type. Thanks to this, my research into the terrestrial phenomenon is shining brighter than ever. The stellar type, terrestrializing gains a boost to moves, but only once per type. After you use a move, no other moves of the same type will get boosted. In Terra Raid battles, all moves will be boosted without limit. Oh, and there's one last thing. A man in a blue suit was looking for you over by the entrance to the academy. That's all I have to report for now. Thanks for setting aside some time to chat. I'm off to pay a visit to my publisher, so I'll leave it to you. Next time we meet, I will ask for a good long look at Terrapagos. Until then. And this is the last time we see of Miss Blair. So let's go take a look at those stellar Pokemon, but first let's go to the library. Not the library, this classroom, cause we have something to get here. Donnie, you have my thanks for all you have done to help the League Club and to help Kieran. Once you became champion, Kieran withdrew himself entirely from our ranking system. Though I consider this somewhat sad, it is not as if he and I can no longer meet. More than anything, I'm glad he seems to be acting like his former self once more. Indeed, I have been swept up in joy and such excitement that I have prepared a tremendous amount of flight-enhancing supplements to use used in my trial. Please, feed your Igas the appropriate portion of it whenever you wish to fly. What? You want to fly right now? Please slow down. The supplement was never meant to be eaten in such large... Rhydon will be able to fly now permanently. It would seem your Igas has powered up somehow. From the looks of it, I would guess that it has gained the power to fly whenever you wish it to. Well, I suppose this is an acceptable outcome. As it happens, there is a super hard course for my flying time trial. You may attempt it upon clearing the hard course. Feel free to do so whenever you are ready. Miraidon can now freely fly through the air. If you press the left stick while gliding, Miraidon will keep moving forward automatically while it's flying. What it doesn't mention is that you will automatically lose altitude over time if you do not put in any directions. If you use the left stick again, it will go back to gliding. Time for me to go. So long then. So now that we have the ability to permanently fly, let's head down into the terrarium. We'll probably do the mystery gift near the end of the episode. And I also need to update my Poke Portal as well. Actually, I'll do that now. So I will go to the mystery gift code and update the Poke Portal, so I'll be right back. So if you put in this code, there will be a gift for you. You can get Roy's Flacoco. This code, I believe, lasts until January 31st of next year. So you have plenty of time to get it, and pretty much this makes it, while these codes are active, that you can get all three of the starters with relative ease, regardless what one you pick at the beginning of the game. So we quickly look around for Roy's Flacoco. Species. Where are you? Search. Here it is, chilling out. It will be in level 5, a standard Pokeball with a Fire Terra. Have Roy's ID. Have Tackle and Blaze. And we'll have his partner ribbon. I also updated the Poke Portal off screen, so we got new outbreaks as well as a Terra Raid to eventually do. But you can find the terrestrial Pokemon with rainbow colors very easily. So they will start appearing all over the terrarium, in spots where there were no terrestrial Pokemon prior. Now, what is interesting is that while this is a lantern here, if you come here, it may not necessarily be a lantern. How the stellar type Pokemon work is that every location where there is a stellar type Pokemon, there is basically a list that the game will pull from. with different rarities. And then it will pick that Pokemon on for the day, and that Pokemon will be there. So, for example, here is a Lantern, but if you come here, it may not necessarily be a Lantern. And if you come back here the next day, it may not also necessarily be a Lantern. I believe there's 5 or 6 Pokemon that each Stellar Wild Terror can potentially be every day. So it's kind of worth coming here, and some of these Pokemon can make filling up your Pokedex a bit easier. Like, I believe like one of the Pokemon that can appear here is Mamar. So you don't have to do the evolutionary method to get it. You can just hope it appears there. And here is our power of flying. So now we are not limited to flying in the time trial. We can just fly wherever the hell we want. And it isn't limited to the Blueberry Academy. We can fly around in Kitakami. We can fly around in Paldea. The whole world is our oyster. We can go wherever we want with no restrictions. And as you can see, flying around makes traveling the world significantly faster. So if there's anywhere you want to go, pretty much fly. Ooh, got a Sangoose here. And also, there is another reason for hunting down these Stellar type Pokemon, is that this is pretty much the only way you're gonna get Stellar Shards. Because as far as I'm aware of, there's nowhere in the game that drops them besides from these Pokemon. Maybe the Underdepths, maybe the random items in the Underdepths might potentially drop Stellar Terror Shards, but in any case, you're better off just hunting down the Stellar type Pokemon here every day to get all the Stellar Shards you will ever need. Oh, come on, I didn't touch you. So yeah, you can just go around. I don't think I'll show off all the locations in Stellar Pokemon, but I think I'll show off a few of them. Alright, it's Luminat Den. Oh, and in case you're wondering, oh, you stupid bird! In case you're wondering, there is no Terra Raid dens for Stellar type Pokemon. So don't think that Terra Raid dens for Stellar types will start showing up. If they ever do a Stellar type den, I will imagine they'll probably save that for like a 7-star raid or for like a particular event. Otherwise, the only way you're gonna find Stellar Pokemon is just running around here in the wild. Here we got a Stellar Lapras. Yeah, I love the Stellar Terra type. I just love the look of it, and I love the general idea of it. Could probably receive improvements if we ever get the Stellar Terra type back in future, or anything of the equivalent. If Terrestrialization ever gets replaced. But, yeah, I really like the idea of the Stellar Terra type. Why'd I use a dive ball? It's not even in the water. I'm better off using a net ball. We got noisy vehicles outside. I'm curious how much that's being caught on the mic. Yeah, and also thanks to this flying mechanic, this makes getting to places so much easier, especially places that are a pain in the ass to reach if you were trying to climb up them or glide down from to them. Here you can just fly around, so pretty much any item you miss that's either a pain in the ass to again climb up to or glide down to, you can just easily get once you have the ability to fly around. I will say if you're looking for shinies, I would probably not recommend flying around as you do move significantly fast while in the air. Plus, if you're too high up, Pokemon will not even spawn, and if they do spawn, you might have a hard time spotting them, especially if they're the more subtle kind of shinies. Otherwise, this is a very fun ability. I love this. We'll check this cave, because I'm pretty sure this cave here has a stellar type Pokemon. And then once we fight this one, I'll show you something very special. Shatter. Da-da-da. There's my dust. And another one caught. Now, something special I want to show. Start flying and immediately start pulling up. And hold up. Because there is something very special. If you look up, you can see that at the top of the terrarium where the power of terrestrializing is coming from, you can see that the orb has indeed changed in appearance. It's now sort of a rainbowy color. But again, if we keep holding up, let's fly all the way up to that thing, shall we? From up here, giving a bird's eye view, you can just see just how big this terrarium is. Again, not counting all the negative space out there, which I don't know. Oh, that's supposed to be intentional, or is it implying that in future they're going to be in future this academy would be adding more areas, more biomes, which would be pretty cool if we ever do see Blueberry Academy come back in the future. Anyway, as you can see, you can fly perfectly up and near this orb. You can even see that there's a giant crystal in there. I don't know how on earth Blair got this giant-ass rock out of Area Zero's Underdepths and into there. Unless you're telling me that the crystals she chucked in there just all fused together into that. Because when you think about it, it's utterly insane. This is causing the stellar types to appear throughout the academy. And we come all the way up here. Your reward for flying all the way up here are items. You get 50 stellar shards. So there's just stellar shards just hanging out here. A golden bottle cap. And an ability patch. Very much worth flying up here to get. So as we fall, looking at the shine of the light of the orb, flying up there is very worth it. I'm actually curious on how many people even know that those items are up there. Yeah, we'll face one more stellar type. We've got one right here. Being a Skarmoring. Let's set it on fire. And let's capture it. Of course it failed. Why wouldn't it? So yeah, just fun to go around the academy and try to find all the stellar types and see what Pokemon are placed there every day. Anyway, let's fly over here. Grab this item. And with that, we will end the episode here. So in the next episode, how about we take on some flying time trials? If you enjoyed this episode, do you like the videos? It helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so that way more people can discover my content, help the channel grow. And I'll see you all next time. Later.